Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So welcome to Finance Prep. So guys, in this particular video, we are going to talk about the detailed analysis of NISM 5A, which is all about mutual fund distributor, right? So here in this particular video, we will be understanding what are the overall course curriculum and how to deal with this particular one. So as in our previous video also, we talk about NISM 5A. So we have already started delivering sessions around these particular things, right? So we have in total 12 units, which are generally part of the entire curriculum, right? So the question paper is very simple, 100 question for 100 marks, and you will get 2 hours to solve this one. And the good thing is they have already given the unit wise weightage also, right? So we already talk about these particular thing in our previous session, overall units and all. In this session, we will be going through all the detailed syllabus things आपका, right? So क्या क्या आपको पढ़ना होगा हर एक टॉपिक के अंदर, and what how we are preparing these particular things also, and the motive is not only pass this particular examination, just like our goal is to understand the uh, basically to understand or to build the concepts around these particular topic. So once or whenever you work with any industry and all, so that will help you to relate things easily, right? So here we have unit 1 chapter 1, which is all about investment landscape, just in overview of investment things and all, right? So it include subtopics like investors and their financial goal, to assess those particular ones, saving versus investment, the another one. Then we have different asset classes aapka, then investment risk measure and management strategies. Then we have behavioral aapka biases in investment decision while we make the investment. So the biases or the notion how they impact the people's investment, risk profiling customer to customer, understanding the asset allocation, do it yourself, various type of professional things and all. The unit 2 or chapter 2, which is all about concept and role of mutual fund. This unit is kind of the introduction of mutual fund, right? So the concept of mutual fund, how mutual fund work, the different types of mutual funds, and growth of mutual funds industry in India. I hope you heard about that mutual fund sahi hai many time aapka, right? So that is something around the overall development. Third one is legal structure. So here we have SEBI and MFI. So mutual fund in India, आपका key constituent of a mutual fund, organizational structure of AMC, asset management company, role and support of service providers, and function of MFI. MFI is basically an SRO, Association of Mutual Funds in India, which work like to bridge the gap between service providers and the regulators or the government, right? Chapter 4 is about the legal regulation framework again. So here we have key regulation from SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, due diligence process, the documentation and all by AMCs, asset management companies, investor grievances if they face some challenges. So for this one, MFI code of conduct आपका. Then scheme related to information, ठीक है, scheme related information, the mandatory documents and non-mandatory आपका disclosures. Then we have fund distribution and channel management practices, which include areas like the role of and the importance of mutual fund distributors. This is something which is having a maximum weightage. Different kind of mutual fund distributors, mode of distribution, prerequisite, revenue, commission, due diligence, differences between distributor and investment advisors, nomination facility, and change of distributor itself, right? Then next one we have unit number 7, NAV calculation, net asset value, how we generally calculate the unit value of the mutual funds, and total expense ratio and pricing of unit with small calculations also. So fair valuation, we have computation of NAV for mutual fund schemes. We have dividend and distributable reserve, concept of entry and exit load, key accounting and reporting requirement, NAV, total expense ratio, and pricing of unit itself. Then next one, we have taxation on mutual fund, short term and capital gain and other things, right? So capital gain, we have income distribution, capital withdrawals, stamp duty. We have setting of capital gain and losses under the Income Tax Act. Then we have STT. We have tax benefit under ATC, especially for that unit link insurance policies and all these kind of areas. Take a tax reduction and applicability of GST. Then ninth one is investor service, right? So it is around the NFO process of a new fund offer. Whenever any mutual fund get introduced in the market, so the process is NFO, similar to that IPO in equity market and all. Then we have NFO on ongoing offer prices, investment plan and services, allotment of unit to the investor. So entire that complete book building process, which is generally get defined under unit number 9. Unit number, the continuation is mutual fund investors, account statement for the investors team. Then we have filing of application, financial transaction, cutoff, KYC requirements, systematic transaction, operational aspect, all these particular one which generally comes under this one, right? So entire book building process and how investor they can participate in NFOs and all. Then the third, the unit 10th is risk return and performance, right? So this is something very, very important one as a distributor or as an advisor when you are dealing with the customer. So this is something which is generally part of our code of conduct, which is expected from the employees. So they are considering these particular things. So after understanding the risk profile of the customer only, we approaches or we provide the solution based schemes, like it is retirement, child or education, or even the growth oriented itself, right? So journal in specific risk factors affecting the mutual fund performance, driver of return and risk in a scheme, measure of return, SEBI norms related to this. Then we have risk in fund investing. We have measure of risk, certain provision with respect to credit risk also. Unit number 11 is all about mutual funds scheme performance, the overall performance. Here we will be discussing around the latest or the top performing mutual funds also, because you should have some sort of knowledge around those particular. We have many fund houses or AMCs, so we will be going through all those particular one. So benchmark and performance, price return index or total return index, basis of choosing an appropriate performance benchmark for equity scheme, debt scheme or other scheme team. So quantitative measure of fund manager performance, tracking errors or scheme performance disclosures and all, right? The final unit which we have, that is unit number 12, sorry, mutual fund scheme and selection. So here we have like how we select the scheme based on the need of customer preferences and risk profile, risk label in mutual fund scheme select based on the investment strategy. Then we have selection of mutual funds scheme offered by different AMCs, selecting options in mutual fund, do's and don and others. So this is something the overall curriculum, right? So this curriculum is like, if you are see, the idea is not just pass this examination. If you want to pass, we have that solution also. We have created mock tests aapka. If you only give those particular mock tests itself, we can assure you can easily pass that particular examination. But the goal is to understand the industry. In future, if you work around finances, right? Any finance, you work with any financial institution, or if you are working with any financial institution, so you will be having a broader understanding. So now it is like, it is not like that ki you are working in one domain. So you have to develop the expertise in multiple domain. That is the our goal. Like, so you once you'll participate in classes, or we have already started posting videos aapka around 5A. Then similarly we will be coming out with KYC, AML, forex, risk management. There are number of certifications which will eventually prepare you for the whenever you go for any job interview, or even if you're working with any organization. So these certification will help you to boost your confidence, right? So whatever the curriculum it is, I have already shown you, right? So these are some units which they have given आपका maximum weightage आपका, right? So now when it comes to module based examination, they always focus around the current आपका or the living things, what actually we do at the places, workplaces. So that is something accordingly they design this one. Though there will be some fundamentals also, but anyhow you have to work around these one. So investment landscape, Like if I come to these highlighted areas, right? So mutual fund scheme selection, very important. Then investor services, because the direct interaction, and here you will be offering services to the customers. Scheme related information, legal and regulatory aspect and others. That's why they have given maximum weightage to these particular module itself. So the very first step in this particular journey is, if you are new to our channel, just do subscribe this particular one. And how we are creating आपका mock test, we have already created mock test for unit wise mock test. Now we will be providing you full length mock also, right? So unit 12 आपका, this is already updated, 11, 10 or all these particular ones. So I'll keep that link. You can just download our application. It is free of cost. Okay. So you can participate in these particular mock tests if you are going for recent examination. So you can go for those particular mock tests, and these mock tests will help you to pass the examination. But the game is not only about passing this exam. You have to develop the concept. If you study with that mindset, you have to understand the detailing of this particular one. We will be arranging some sort of podcast or some sort of sessions from the industry expert, those who are working with mutual fund industry or working as a आपका AMC head or working with some good आपका brokerage houses as a president, vice president. So you not worry about those particular things. And along with that, if you are a college graduate or if you are pursuing your graduation and post graduation, along with these particular things, we will provide you some other insight also, like how to deal with interviews and all these kind of things. So slowly and gradually we will develop this particular things, and believe me, that is something which is going to help you. So this is your curriculum. We have already started posting the videos around this particular one. So I'll request to everyone, if you're actually genuinely working around these particular things, so you can start following those particular things on regular basis. Believe me, this is something which is going to help you in your overall finance career, right? So this is not only about mutual fund. Gradually you will see for the equity, for the derivatives, or for commodities, currency, or the other dimension of finance, we will be covering all those particular ones. All right, so this is it. I'll see you tomorrow with another session, and soon I'll also start taking your live classes or the recorded sessions. So please do subscribe so you do not miss those particular ones. See you soon, guys, and all the very best for your preparation. Thank you.